I'm here with Paul Barattiero, and we are talking about all things hydrogen related. We've talked about animals, we've talked about humans, but one of the even the thing that comes before hydrogen and getting hydrogen enriched in water is proper filtration.
Yes.
What's the importance of filtration? I have a lot of people asking me that question. I will let Paul answer that for you now. And I have also people asking me about the differences between filters, the differences in media, and also more people are asking about whole house filtration. And that's something that you have also focused on as part of the Synergy Science program and products that are introduced to the market. Could you tell us more about that?
Absolutely, thank you. So I'm a huge advocate of water filtration, getting filtered water, because there are so many chemicals, metals, pesticides, pharmaceuticals, you name it, it's in the water supply. And people, I don't think, understand quite how bad water can be and the chemicals that are in the water that are really can harm. Okay? So I think every household should have filtration. It is not the responsibility of the government, it is not the responsibility of the city that you live in to filter the water to the level you want. It's really our responsibility to filter water to the level that we need or that we're happy with, and whatever level of toxins we are happy with going in our body, that we filter to that level. So I particularly don't want any toxins in the water. I think
Me neither.
Yeah. I think we have enough of a burden on our body through breathing, through living, through stresses, through what have you. So I did develop the Synergy Home Filter as a system that can filter everything out of the water in a home that you would not want, from pesticides, pharmaceuticals, or drugs, to you name it, fluoride, chlorine, chloramines, whatever is in the water, we built that to remove it out. And it has multiple media that has very specific roles to remove all of these toxins that we don't want in the water. Now, in the machines, so the whole house system, the Synergy Home Filter, does not produce hydrogen. Its only job is to clean the water so that you could drink the water from any place in your home because it will be clean enough. I'm not saying do that, but you could. Now, the Echo machines that I developed, which focus on hydrogen, they also have filtration built into them. It is not as robust as the Synergy Home Filter, for sure, but it is quite robust and removes most everything you would want. The only thing that the filtration built into the machines doesn't remove is if you had extremely high heavy metals and fluoride. And we have external filtration for that, so you can get that done. You can also use reverse osmosis, and you can use other filtration methods for point of use. But all I say is that people should absolutely filter water. They should never drink tap water that is unfiltered. And I think it's critical, because if you want to be hydrated, you can't drink water with toxins in it, because the body will not accept it in the same as when you're drinking water that is all the toxins have been removed.
And how is the Synergy Science Home Filter different from anything else on the market? How did it come about even?
So I quite frankly got tired of people asking, what whole house filtration system do you recommend to go with your Echo system that I've purchased from you or are about to purchase from you? And I had to say, I really don't have a system I recommend, because they don't really remove everything. So why would I tell them to spend thousands of dollars when it's not going to accomplish what's needed? So I finally said, this is crazy. I need to develop a system that I can say, here's what I would recommend. This is to my standards. This is what I think water should be filtered to. And so I developed a system, and it took a long time. I had a couple people in the industry that had been in the water industry for many years, in filtration specifically, that were helping. I've been in the water industry for many years, but I did not focus purely on a whole house filtration system. And so it's funny, when I developed the system, I just thought, oh, this is the system we'll use. Since I've developed it, many water dealers, many companies that are professionals at water filtration are buying our system and selling it as, they're seeing us as a legitimate water filtration product. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. And so I'm grateful that many people that have put our system in their home are within one day are reaching out going, holy cow, this is amazing. I love it. We use in this process of developing.
That would be my next question.
Yes.
What are the stages?
Yes.
And how does it differ from anything else
Right.
that's out there?
Yeah. So I didn't want a Me Too product. I never come out with Me Too products. That's way too boring. I like to come out with stuff that is the best of the best, right? That other people don't have. Otherwise, why are we selling it, right? We can just recommend someone else's product if it's already the best. So what I did is really hunted and connected with a very special company in the U.S. that makes proprietary media. And they developed it and patented it so that it is amazing. And so we use media that would be available to anyone, but they're proprietary versions of that media, which make it far more effective. So, for instance, we use KDF 85 and KDF 55, but we're not using granular versions of it like everyone else. We use what's called a reticulated foam. So we have a company that turns this KDF into a foam, reticulated foam, which gives it far more surface area and a far more of a life cycle. So before it is used up. So that's one thing that's huge. We use RX medias that are specific.
And can I just interrupt you? What would KDF 55 be good for?
So KDF, that's a good question. KDF 55 is a proprietary media that was developed in the United States. It is very good. It's an ion exchange. So it is comprised of copper and zinc. So it's two metals that have opposite polarity. So in a way, it absorbs metal into itself, pesticides, pharmaceuticals, viruses, bacteria. It is very good at sulfur removal and different things like that. So we use it for many uses, but typically heavy metals, pesticides, pharmaceuticals, a little bit. We have a specific RX media in there that really hits the drugs that are in water, but the KDF 55 and 85 hit that as well. Any sulfur issues that are in the water. So these are the things that we use the KDF for. After the KDF, we have a huge amount of catalytic carbon. It is a very specific catalytic carbon that is developed, again, by the company that I connected with. It's about 30% more effective than the best catalytic carbon that was on the market. That is where we get our fluoride and all of our VOCs, organic materials that are in the water. Carbon is an amazing filtration if it's especially catalytic because it's treated for that. And you also get heavy metal removal. You get a lot of other things with that as well. So this is the medias that we use specifically. But we also have pre-filtration, submicron pre-filtration, and then post-filtration. As it goes out of the system, it's additional that steps down each time to make sure that we're going down below micron levels so that we are filtering the water all the way coming through. So there is no maintenance on the system unless we put a valve on it. We can do that, but typically the system is maintenance free. They have it 5 to 7 years and they replace the tank. The tank is 10 inches by 44 inches high, and so it would take care of a large home.
And is there any restriction in flow or anything that people should be aware of?
No, it won't change the flow. It'll service a home beautifully and easy to install. You know, it's a pretty simple system. Yeah.
And is it available worldwide or just in the US?
It is available worldwide, but the shipping would be quite expensive to get it worldwide unless we ship it ocean. All of our shipments we do express because they're smaller boxes like the Echo machines are 2-day service. To get that filter shipped 2-day would be quite expensive depending on the part of the world. So what we're working on is having distribution centers, different parts of the world, so that we have them sitting and we will have shipped quantities of them ocean, so it's much less. So in the near future, will be easier and easier to promote them in the different areas of the world where we have sales agents and we have distribution centers. Because right now we can get US and Canada ground, but going beyond that can be quite expensive for shipping. And some people have bought it anyways because they're like, we don't care. The typical systems are twice as expensive of this that do a good job. So it's $29.95, and people are surprised.
Dollars.
Yeah. People are very surprised at how low that is because a lot of other systems on the market, I don't know about UK, but in the US, a good quality whole house filtration system is easily $4,000 to $5,000. So we can still get it, even if the shipping is $500 to $700 express, air, basically. That's still far less than $4,000, $5,000. So some people have said, ship it. We like it. It's better than anything else. So, but we always try to do better, where we can save people money and get them the best products. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.